You are looking live at the Revolution Ice Gardens in Horsham, Pennsylvania, where the New Jersey Bandits U19 girls are getting set to kick off their run in the NGHL MLK Winter Classic against Rice Prep from Vermont. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo bringing the action on Rizzo Vision. The Bandits playing in the red division of the NGHL Winter Classic. This is against teams that are typically playing a Tier 1 schedule. So the competition is, as we like to say, these are the deep waters, and a great test for the team that you see gathered around their goaltender. Lexi Riley, number 32, getting the start today for the Bandits in the dark pink jerseys, black pants, and the trademark now gold helmets. They break it down, and Rice Prep from South Burlington, Vermont, in the base green with white accents, similar to Dartmouth University colors. They will be attacking left to right, and the Bandits going from your YouTube right to your YouTube left when we commence. Lexi Riley, who's at the right side of the bench, will guard the net to your YouTube right. And Adeline Plouffe, number 1, will protect the goal on your YouTube left. Bandits will start the attack with Julia Foglia at center, Jesse Sperling on the left wing, Izzy Camarada on the right, Morgan Kepler on right D, Logan Shoemaker-Gromick on the left. Addison Gray will take the face-off for Rice Prep. The Knights from South Burlington, Vermont. Underway, the NGHL Winter Classic. Sent down in. They say no icing, and that's a break already. Well, the backside ref said no icing. The front side ref said yes. So the backside ref waved it off, and the front side ref did not. So quickly, 8 seconds in, the Bandits will defend to Lexi Riley's left. Same crew out there, both sides. Off the draw, Quackenbush got a piece of it, trying to skate it out, centers it, but it's knocked away by Camarada, who chips it out of the zone. Rizzo had it, lost it, had it again, tried to get it out, but Camarada kept it in. Camarada tried to get down low, Rizzo recovered and took it away. Sent up the left side wing, knocked away there. Kittle had it for a moment and then couldn't regain it. Grabbed at center ice, dumped in, and the change by Sunshine Clark. Bandits pick it up. Long pass for Camarada. Doesn't connect. Did she get a piece? No, and that is an icing. If she had gotten a piece, she was right at the center line there, and that would have negated the icing, but that's not the case. So now an offensive zone draw for Rice Prep. Lauren Wagner will take it against Gabby Rothstein for the Bandits, who now have McNulty and Scott up front, and Olivia Rothstein and Fernanda Venuto on D. Sent up the middle, trying to get through a couple was McNulty. Gabby Rothstein picks it up, comes in one-on-one, chips it into the far side as she was converged upon by 2 defenders. Battled for in the corner. Still looking. McNulty sends it down low. Gabby Rothstein's going to chase it down. Mandy Scott's in the slot, but was open for a moment, then not open, then open again. Battled for below the end line. Morris shields off Scott. It comes up the near side wing for Nelson. Couldn't get it out. Rothstein shoveled it forward. Couldn't get it on net. Bouncing puck pops over Fernanda Venuto's stick. She retreats back into her own end. Sends it for Olivia Rothstein. Not cleanly, but cleanly enough to get it out as Gabby Rothstein brings it to center, dumps it in, and that line peels off for a change. Ava Otterbein attacks up front with Louisa Rizzo and Annalise Claus. Claus force the pass forward, and they eventually dump it in. Lindsey Wagner was the one who got that in. Number 11, Clark at the point, tried to tee it up, but Claus got there first. It's sent around the end line there. Shoemaker Gromick shakes off a couple of defenders. Rizzo's wide, going wide on the far side, and was trying to get behind Gray there. Rizzo comes down to pick that one up, chip it forward. Jumped in and knocked out of the zone, offside. Reese Pettit was over there, maybe Petit, P-E-T-I-T. And through 12:36 remaining. In period number 1, no score between the Bandits. Breakfast with the Bandits. Did we stress that? Did we even say that? Welcome to Breakfast with the Bandits. Fire up that coffee pot as Folia sends it to the far side. Fire up that coffee pot, get your bacon, eggs, Danish, whatever, oatmeal, and enjoy Breakfast with the Bandits, the NGHL MLK Winter Classic. Olivia Rothstein at the point, tries to get it through traffic. Quackenbush blocked it down. Rothstein sends it down low for Camarada. Camarada peeling, looking, turning, sends it to the point, not accurately for Olivia Rothstein, and the Bandits have to retreat to their own zone. Rothstein under pressure from Quackenbush, and you could just see that there's a lot of speed on the entirety of the lineup for the opponent. Camarada throwing the body forward to try to get past Gray. Eventually it works as a dump and as Folia got it. Sperling's going to pick it up on the far side, win 1-on-2. Gets through one, couldn't get through, well, got through the second, couldn't get through the third. Kepler, nice play to keep it in, but shouldered down and brought out to neutral ice. Now picked up by Clark, rather this is Gray. Gray with it in the corner, looking for somebody in the middle. Only Bandits there, knocked down with a glove. No hand pass because it's in the defensive zone as McNulty gets it out. Scott puts pressure on, but a quick recovery by Rice Prep, the Knights in green. The Green Knights? No, just the Knights, but they're wearing green, so maybe that makes it good. 2-on-1 here, materializing if they hurry, but good back check there by Lauren Wagner, 15, to break it up. Bandits nearly got behind the D. Sent down for an icing, and the Bandits will have an offensive zone draw and a new set of legs out there to start with. Otterbein on the dot, Bellin in the slot. Rizzo will perch on the near side wall. At the left point, Shoemaker Gromick, and between the points, Morgan Kepler. Off the draw, Rizzo grabs it. Otterbein gives a little help. Tried to get it to Shoemaker Gromick at the point where it was picked off. Regrouping now in their own end after Rice Prep doesn't make a complete pass. So they have a lot of speed, but you got to complete those passes. 3 deep in the zone. Bandits can break out 3-on-2 here. Otterbein, oh, she had Rizzo. A real nice play by Ashley Morris to knock it down. Rizzo might not have been behind the D, but Otterbein was finding the open player. Would have materialized the 3-on-2 for sure. Sent at the net. Riley may have gotten a pad on it. Otterbein tries to go up the boards, gets help from Shoemaker Gromick. A 2-on-2 battle below the end line, now into the near side corner. Otterbein fires it around. Bellin's going to be the one to chase it down. Reverses it because Russo was there. Picked off, and nearly a scoring chance right there. Gray comes in, 22, not 21. 21's in the middle. Kept in along the end line here. Now comes to the near side wall. Rice changing 1 or 2 players as they can. Centered in the middle. Shot knocked away. Kepler got a piece. Otterbein came in to help. Bellin sends it down. They're going to call it an icing. It takes a bounce. Oh, and it nearly, I talk about all the time, and it looks like a sure shot icing unless the laws of physics intervene. And they almost did right there. That puck just took a crazy bounce about 15 feet before the touch line and the end line there. But icing nonetheless. And that's why you chase them down. Off the draw, kept in at the point, but Venuto picks it up and sends it around for Olivia Rothstein. Chipped forward by Sperling. It comes out. Camarada trying to grab a steal and grab a puck there. Comes in now, Morris leaves it at the point for Quackenbush. Sent it to the middle, but Olivia Rothstein deflected it to the far corner. They'll try to cycle the puck. Wagner with it. That's Lauren Wagner, 15. Lindsay is 11. Venuto picks it up for the Bandits. Sends it around for Olivia Rothstein. Forward for Sperling. Sent up the middle and nearly had Camarada behind the D. That one's going to go for an icing as Camarada and Titino were chasing it down. And the Bandits will have a defensive zone draw. To the left of Lexi Riley, number 32, in the nets for this one. Figure that the goaltenders will alternate games here, one and then the next and then the next. Gray dumps it down low off the draw, picked up on the far side wall. Camarada knocked it down as Rocher was trying to move it out. They get it to neutral ice. There's just not a lot of room out there for the Bandits as of yet, but there hasn't been that much room for Rice Prep either, so that's kind of good news for the Bandits. The defense looks sound as they jump up in class here for the NGHL Winter Classic. Wrist shot. Riley makes, I believe, the first save of the game for either team with 7:50 left in the first period. Hitting the brakes. Rizzo sends it to herself. Comes up the middle. Gray could not keep it in and sends it in offside. Now, will they call that the intentional offside? I mean, she surely knew what she was doing there. They don't call it that often, but essentially when a player knows that a play is going to be offside and they send it in, it could be a defensive zone draw for the team committing the infraction. They call it very inconsistently. Some games we'll see it a bunch of times and we don't see it for 10 games and then it gets called again. 3 games in a row. Bandits got the dump in. Trying to keep it in is Mandy Scott. Looking to get a shot off. Chipped it forward now and sent it down low. Was trying to get it to Gabby Rothstein and eventually dumped it in. Comes up the near side wall and brought through traffic by Gabby Rothstein. Gets to the shot. Shot was blocked down. Looked like Titino got it. It comes to neutral ice. Shoemaker Gromick picks it up. We're losing a little bit of the bottom in the center zone because that keeps the scoreboard with the clock visible if you could see it at the top of your screen on either side. And Matt Claus, producer extraordinaire, has provided you with the scoreboard that doesn't have time, but it will give you the score at the top left. So thanks to Matt Claus sitting just to my right, keeping track of that. Kevin Camarada keeping track of the shots as well as the whistle comes in for the offside. Otterbein with Claus and Bellin. And they will face it off at neutral ice. One shot, I believe, in the entire game between the two teams. 6:20 left, period number 1. Put it in the comments. What are you having for breakfast? Is it coffee? Is it tea? Are you a croissant person? Bagel with cream cheese? That one's sent in offside. Collision over there as Claus stood her ground and got run into. Could have made an argument there for the body check, but if the player gets a piece of the puck, they're typically less inclined to call it. That doesn't mean they won't. Off the draw, Kepler picks it up to Olivia Rothstein, who sends it forward up the middle. Doesn't connect with Otterbein, but the angle is sharp enough that it's not considered an icing. Russo picks it up, moves it forward for Nelson, who chips it into open space. Now coming up the right side, Lauren Wagner Gets it into the zone, centers it in the middle, lost track of it. It comes to Riley, and she covers it up in front of some traffic, or behind it rather, with 5:38 left in period number 1. Off the draw, and it's win it, but Lauren Wagner picks it off. Sent to the middle, Camarada knocked it down. Foley's going to move ahead. They have a chance for a 3-on-2. It hits off the referee's skate and doesn't get down low. That's a tough break for the Bandits. Sperling tries to fire it at the net. Bandits still looking for their first shot, but they've only yielded 2 to my count. And there's 5:11 left in period number 1. So both teams playing it close to the vest. Rice Prep dumps it in, courtesy of Nelson. Picked up by Fernanda Venuto. Moved up the far side wing. Camarada, Venuto, between them, they get it out of the zone. Under pressure now, and sent up the middle. Knocked down with a couple of sticks, but that just helped it go right to Venuto. Foley is going to pick it up, dump it in, and the Bandits will chase. Venuto will pursue down there as Foley stays back. Neither of the defenders are in the zone, so nowhere for Camarada to pass to. Both hung back deep. Shoemaker-Gromick came on in a change. Folia was staying at the point, didn't realize that Shoemaker-Gromick was behind. Sent through the middle. Wallace picks it up, gets it in, sends it toward the middle. It goes to Riley, and she grabs it with the glove and covers it up. The lost stick of Madeline Wallace repatriated to its owner. Number 4 heads off the ice for Rice. On the draw, it's a battle now into the corner. 5 against 5 on the numbers, and not just the amount of skaters battling out there. Rothstein picks it up. Gabby moves it to center, sends it for McNulty, but converged upon by first Quackenbush and then Morris. Morris picks it up, sends it up toward the point. It's kept in by the Bandits, trying to get it through traffic for McNulty. It doesn't materialize. Comes into neutral ice. Shoemaker-Gromick's going to chip it forward for McNulty. Has room for the time being. Gets a shot on goal. Glove down by Adeline Plouffe. And the whistle stops play. Offensive zone draw for the Bandits. It will be Ava Otterbein taking it. Annalise Claus in the slot. Luisa Rizzo on the left wing at the points. Olivia Rothstein on the left. And now Fernanda Venuto will line up between the points. Otterbein got the draw to Rizzo, who moved it toward the net. Or maybe it was one of the Rice players that got it. Sent up the middle. Nelson nearly had a break. Now she's in behind the D. Bears down on Riley, and she scores. So with 3:21 left in the first period, Bethany Nelson breaks the scoreless tie. And Rice Prep takes a 1-0 lead. Nelson got the puck forward. It looked like maybe she was going to have a break. The puck took a bounce, was shoveled forward, and then she did eventually get behind the D. Same crew still out there, and they bring it in. Rizzo picks off the drop pass, tries to chip it off the boards for herself. Comes off the wall. Wagner gets in, down low, backhand shot, kicked away. Olivia Rothstein was spun around like a top over there. Looked like she might have gotten hooked. Claus battling for it. Otterbein battles for it. Rizzo takes away the middle. It comes to the point where Gray has it. They tic-tac-toe, round shot by Russo. Somebody got a piece. It looked like Claus. Deflected wide. They try to work the cycle now, looking for Nelson in the middle. She's got it. Riley has it. Left pad save. There's going to be a delayed penalty here. The 6th attacker coming on. One-timer goes wide. Rocher with it, sends it below the end line. 6-on-5 hockey here. Bandits knock it away, and they blow the whistle. So the penalty, let's see who it is against on the Bandits. I'm waiting for the signal. It's a trip. No Bandit has gone to the box yet, and they're going to call it on Olivia Rothstein. So she looked like she was the one that got spun around like a top. Looked like there could have been a hook there, but Rothstein called for a trip that maybe it's available somewhere in the video. The score bug indicates 1-0. You can probably see it on the scoreboard at the top of your screen. That is the score. 2:30 left in the period. 2-minute penalty to the Bandits. So Rice Prep will operate on the power play. Camarada and Foldia up front. Shoemaker, Grolmick, and Kepler on the back line. Rice taking their time, spreading it out. Errant pass right there, and they'll bring it out to neutral ice and try to reset. Getting through Foldia. That is Morris. Morris gets to the half boards, leaves it for Petit. Shot by Clark, redirected in front by Kittle, but Riley made the save. Comes to the point. Clark looking for room. Making Camarada spin around. Sends it to Morris. Over for Petit. Nowhere to shoot. Does get it through traffic. There wasn't a lot there, but she got it through. Bandits throw it off the boards and the glass above the boards and clear it out. 1:07 left to kill. The first power play of the game goes to Rice Prep. Olivia Rothstein in the box for the trip for another minute. Shot through traffic, redirected. Riley got a piece of it. Foldia had it, sent it forward, got it out. It was knocked down by Morris. Rice Prep clears the zone. They're changing, sending it to the new player on the ice, Nelson. She's 2-on-4, takes a shot. Riley gloves it down, sends it over to Shoemaker. Grolmaker chips it off the boards. It's sent out. Bandits will change behind the play. At least Foldia will. Shoemaker, Grolmick, and Kepler still out there. Gabby Rothstein now out there. Shot knocked away by Riley. Kept it moving. It comes to the point. Rocher looking for the right side. Whiffed on the pass, but Russo cleaned up the mistake. Russo sends it down low for the deflection. They had a good play down low, but they just couldn't connect. Camarada will give a little bit of chase there. They move it over to Russo's side from Rocher. Penalty will expire, but the man advantage still there. Bandits now. Mandy Scott hustling out. There's a shot. Rebound. Loose in front. Riley covered it once, covered it twice, and the third time's a charm. Didn't get a quick whistle there. Whistle seeming like it was in slow motion. 20.5 seconds left, period one. Breakfast with the Bandits. Rice Prep. Maybe you're having rice pudding for breakfast. That would be a weird breakfast here. I don't know. And nothing's weird in 2024, but put it in the comments. Tell us what you're having for breakfast. Big pot of coffee. First of two for the Bandits on this day. Off the draw, Scott just jumps in and steals it, and she'll try to break in. It's 2-on-4, now 3-on-4. Bandits get it down low. They'll attack here with the last 10 seconds of the period on the line. Kept in neutral ice, battled for. Gabby Rothstein off the boards with 4 seconds. They dump it in, and that's going to expire the period. So the Bandits walk out with a 1-0 deficit in a tightly contested period. Shots on goal, 10-1 in favor of Rice, but they took a while to get number one, and after they did, and then they got a goal, and then they had a power play, and got a little bit more of an advantage with the shots. If you're just tuning in, we're glad that you're checking it out. If you're checking it out live, that's great. Breakfast with the Bandits, always a fun day. And if you're watching on demand from either side, we appreciate it. If you haven't hit the subscribe button or the alerts button, go do that now while we're in between periods. And every time we go live or upload different kinds of content, you will know about it and you can check it out. All the comments and the feedback are always appreciated. And over the years, it's been mostly really good. Not always, but mostly. Matt Claus producing. He's responsible for this score bug that you see on the top left. Kevin Camerata, statistician, keeping track of the shots. And if we get more information about goals or we want statistical info, Kevin will always provide that for us. Lexi Riley, number 32, will guard the goal to YouTube left. And her counterpart, Adeline Plouffe, goes back to that net to retrieve the water bottle that she left over there. There goes Plouffe guarding the cage to your YouTube right. Folya with Camerata and Sperling up front to start it. Venuto and Olivia Rothstein on the back line, underway period 2. Tightly contested game so far has gone the way of Rice Prep from South Burlington, Vermont. They're in the green jerseys. The Bandits are in the dark pink with the gold helmets. Up to the near side wall, chipped ahead by Gabby Rothstein holding the stick, and the Bandits are going to have their first power play of the game. They call the hold of holding the stick. Either way, Rothstein was off to the races. Or actually it was a Camerata. Maybe it was Camerata that drew it. I thought it was Gabby Rothstein. Folya now 25 seconds into the period. Period number 2. Offensive zone draw with Gabby Rothstein on the near side wall. Camerata in the slot. Shoemaker Gromick at one point, Sperling on the other. Shoemaker Gromick has a lot of room there, at least for the time. Gets a shot through traffic. Poof! Save, and she covers up. So in the 15-minute first period, the Bandits had one shot, and in the first 32 seconds of period number 2, they've equaled that total. Off the draw. Rothstein over to Sperling. Now Shoemaker Gromick. Folya has it. Shoemaker Gromick at the point, looking for room. Sent through traffic, kicked away by Morris. Didn't get on net. Dangerous redirection there. Plouffe might not have loved that, but she didn't have to make a save. Camerata picks it up below the end line. All of a sudden, the Bandits here with a little more room on the power play. That must feel good after a tightly contested first period that was played at even strength, except for 2 minutes where they were shorthanded. Camerata got it in front, backhanded on the redirection, didn't get much on it. Picked up along the near side wall. Shoemaker Gromick jumps in to battle for it. Sperling knocks it away. And here comes Julia Folya. Hits the brakes. Tries to send it through the middle, but Bethany Nelson picks it off. Nelson scored the goal, sent that one in for the icing. Just needed to get about a stride more forward to the center line, but icing in effect in all situations. Interestingly, the penalties are 2 minutes, but the periods are 15. So typically, when there are 15-minute periods, there are a reduction in the time of penalties. Minor penalties are usually 1.5 minutes, but this is in the red division of the NGHL. Here's a one-on-one potentially. Walking in is Clark, dumps it to herself. Sperling and Shoemaker Gromick were back. Shoemaker Gromick broke it up. Sperling came back to help. Comes along the end wall. Camerata jumps in to pick it up, looking for room, but has all of her teammates either even or behind her, so had to skate it forward. Gabby Rothstein living on the edge, gets through a few. 2 more to beat. 1 more to beat. Shot goes wide. Had Sperling on the right side, got the shot off, didn't get it on net. If she had gotten the shot off, maybe off the left pad, Sperling would have been down in to rush it. Camerata picks it up below the end line, sends it to Sperling. Wrist shot, doesn't get through traffic. It was blocked by Sunshine Clark, who sends it out. Folya to Venuto to Scott. Camerata tees it up. Oh, she hit the 90-degree angle where the crossbar meets the post. Camarada a millimeter from tying this game. And it's still 5 seconds of power play time, so the Bandits can establish position here. They change one out. Kepler jumps on for the other defense side. They have a potential break, but the Bandits will get back. As Rowan Penny was behind the D. Comes to Venuto. Fernandez gonna rush it forward. Tries to send it to the middle, but it was blocked down there. Picked up by Petit. Petit comes through the middle. Will dump it in past Kepler. Otterbein picks it up. Petit's gonna try to regain it, hounded by Kepler there. Petit getting through everybody, and eventually McNulty knocks it out. McNulty's a stride or two short, but putting pressure on Morris, who retreats behind her own net. Morris trying to get through the middle, loses an edge. Otterbein is over there, trying to pick it up. Nobody knows where it is. It was under, looked like it was under Morris's right knee. Even Morris didn't realize it was there. Venuto behind the end line, off the wall. Otterbein chips it forward for Scott. Scott hounded by a pair in the middle. Sent into the neutral ice, and now in the offensive zone for a moment. Venuto chips it forward, maybe gets behind the D. Plouffe doesn't go out to get it. Venuto's sharp angle shot is blunted there and doesn't get to the net. Rizzo jumps on, Bellin jumps on. They're up front with Otterbein, sent to the middle. Here comes Nelson again, gets down low, shot blockered away, whiffing on the rebound. It looked like Rocher. Oh boy, that was a golden opportunity for Rice Prep. Toward the point, Rizzo had it for a moment. Rocher got a piece of it, sent for Nelson, couldn't get to it there. Venuto hounding, shot off the pad, redirected in front. Somebody knocked somebody away. Kepler got a piece of the player and the puck. Bandits are really down low now. Kepler up for Rizzo. Rizzo chips it forward. Couldn't quite get it out of the zone as Mast kept it in. Mast gets it down low. Shot was blocked by Kepler. Mast again gets it on net, and it's covered by Riley for the whistle. 10:07 left, period number 2. Rice Prep in the green with the 1-0 lead over the Bandits. Breakfast with the Bandits. It's not been a smorgasbord of scoring for breakfast today. Not quite a buffet, more like a la carte, especially for the Bandits. Sent up the middle. They're trying to hit that long pass up the middle. So they have the right idea, they just haven't been accurate with it about the 3 or 4 times that they've tried it. Defensive zone draw, Foldia with Camarada and Sperling, Redmond, and Olivia Rothstein on the back line. Up the far side wall and out, chipped forward. And there's going to be another trip here called on the Bandits, so they'll be shorthanded for the second time. This time it's going to be Foldia, so 12 heads to the box for, they call it roughing. Somebody went down. I thought it might have been a trip, roughing, tripping, whatever. Bandits shorthanded for the next 2 minutes with 9:39 left in period number 2. Off the draw, sent down. If it goes on net, it's not an icing, but it is an icing. So 8 seconds killed off that way. So you'd have to do that about 14 times if you wanted to kill off the penalty. Off the draw, the Knights pick it up. Sent through the middle. Scott up front with Gabby Rothstein. Redmond and Olivia Rothstein on the back line. One time, O'Reilly saves it. Rebound was there, picked up now. They'll chip it out. This is not going to be an icing. Mandy Scott's going to try to race down. She's got the angle. She didn't have the strides, but she closed a lot of room on Rotker. Picked off, Scott off the knockdown by Gabby Rothstein. They nearly materialized a shorthanded chance. Trailing 1-0 are the Bandits. Rocher sent toward the middle off the shot by Russo. Rocher picks it up again. Russo's going to go off for the check. They'll call it interference. You can call it interference or a check. So Jaden Russo 10 will negate the final 66 seconds of her team's power play. It'll be 4-on-4 for that time. Regardless of pucks going in the net, the only thing that would change that is penalties. So Folia gets a little bit of a hand from her teammates there. Shot off the draw. Not sure if it went on net, but Totino picked it up. Comes out in front. Plouffe covers it before anything else could materialize. 58 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4. Then Folia will jump back on the ice for the Bandits. Camerata up front with McNulty. Venuto and Kepler represent the back line. Clark is on the face-off, and she wins it. Sunshine Clark. She's had a lot of touches so far, as the captain's C on her jersey, number 21 in green. Mast has it, and the defenseman will rush it in. Ophelia Mast sends it on net. Riley knocked it down. 8:18 left in period 2. 1-0 Bryce Prep over the Bandits. 34 seconds left in the 4-on-4, and then it'll be a Bandit power play for 66 seconds. Sent through traffic. That's not going to be an icing because it won't clear the line. McNulty puts pressure on Totino. Totino hits the brakes, sends a long breakout pass for Kittle. Kittle sends it forward for Clark, who dumps it in and heads off. All four will change. Probably their penalty killing unit, as that one sent just in. It looked like it was going to hit the netting, but it didn't. Bandits now on the power play as Folia jumps out and gets the puck. They'll attack 3-on-2. Folia's going to tee it up. Shot. Petit knocked it down. It comes loose. Folia sends it down low. Backhand attempt by Venuto. Actually, just instead gains possession. Shot redirected in front. Centering feed can't get through as Ashley Morris knocked it down. Folia tries to bump Morris. Folia picks it up. Shot saved with the glove by Plouffe, and she holds on. And it's on the attack with the power play for 24 more seconds with 7:10 left in period number 2. You can see in the top left, and maybe even on the top of your screen in the middle, that it is 1-0 Rice Prep. Off the draw. Shoemaker Gromick sends it down low through traffic. Plouffe didn't see it, but she got the left pad on it. Camerata was in front. Sent to Sperling between the points. Tees it up, redirected. Maybe a save at the end of it by Plouffe. Gabby Rothstein comes in. Shot redirected, goes on net. Right pad save. Camerata picks it up. Power play about to end. Shoemaker Gromick stays back on safety. Bandits still with the attack. Trying to get it through traffic is Camerata. Didn't have anybody in the middle. Nearly got it through, and Rice has killed it off. They'll break out through the middle. Lauren Wagner bumped off there, sends it into the offensive zone. Chipped forward by Shoemaker Gromick. Camerata trying to run into it. Couldn't chip it past Morris. Morris kept the skate there and prevented the break. Folia sends it in for the streaking Scott, but Gray jumped in and knocked it away. 6:10 left, period 2. Bandits hanging tough. They're playing in the red division. Wrist shot, save Riley with the right pad, and she covers it up. 6:02 the time on the stoppage. Bandits hanging in there. A lot of the plays that they're making under the typical competition that you've seen most of the season would be resulting in probably a very lopsided total of shots. Here, They'll have to work for every millimeter of ice and open space and anything they can get, and see if they can capitalize on any breaks. McNulty will come in, try to get it down low, sends it toward the net. Scott has it, wrist shot, save, rebound, put forward, and somehow Plouffe got the right pad. Somebody threw a punch at McNulty after the whistle. Didn't throw it at the head, just in the arm. And it's with their best scoring chance of the game right there. Gabby Rothstein now on the dot. Annalise Claus in the slot. Rizzo on the far wing. Off the draw. Goes to Olivia Rothstein. Wrist shot through traffic. Save, rebound was there for a moment, but Plouffe covered it up just before Rizzo got there. And it's now with their best offensive sequence, probably even including the power play. Although the power play was good. Same crew out there. Off the draw this time. Comes toward the middle. Mast is going to pick it up in front, chip it off the boards on the near side for Petit. Petit will gain the line on the offensive zone, but Redmond just picks her pocket, sends it up the near side wall. It's in the middle. Penny, Rizzo putting Russo under pressure. Sounds like a Sopranos episode. 25th anniversary of the first Sopranos episode earlier this week. I actually hate those stereotypes as an Italian American, but you know, whatever. Here comes Gabby Rothstein, breaking in with Rizzo, 2-on-1, tees it up, blocked! Looked like Russo blocked it. Yelling for it in the middle is Kittle, gets it, but the Bandits have D back. It's still a 3-on-2, knocked away by Olivia Rothstein. Shot goes wide. Shoemaker Gromick pursues in the middle. Rizzo comes all the way down to help out. She's at the way end of her shift. The other two forwards have changed, but they peeled off. Rizzo came back to back check. But she's looking to get off as soon as she can. Rizzo will get over by the puck and jump off, but the puck jumps over the boards. And fresh legs get out there. As the change completes on offense, Sperling jumps on with Foglia and Camerata. Kepler joins Shoemaker Gromick on the defense pair. Bandits have 5 defensemen, 10 forwards, 2 goalies for this one. Rice looks like about a similar lineup. Comes in, Camerata picks it up. Camerata tries to center it. Gray knocked it away. Quackenbush looking for somebody up the middle. Kittle has, she's vociferous. Wrist shot. The blocker by Lexi Riley sends the puck high into the air. She got that rebound control, not exactly where she wanted it, but wanted it just away from anybody close, and she did accomplish that. Off the boards on the near side while they send it in. Tino picks it up. Let's see, it's a Tino, sends it for the far side. Sperling got in the way there, but goes for the back check. Gray moves it to neutral ice. Wallace picks it up, gets through a couple, sent out into neutral ice. Mass jumps on the ice, and Ophelia Mass picks it up, 18. Sent up, Kepler had it blocked away, finds Camerata in the middle. Camerata has Sperling, sends it to Jesse. Sperling tees it up, shot was blocked by Russo. Camerata picks up the loose puck down low. Sperling has it, shot blocked away by Wagner. Lauren Wagner jumped in to knock that one away. So the Bandits are creating some chances here. Plenty more offense than they had in the first period, but they haven't converted yet, and they trail 1-0 with 2:40 left in period number 2. Breaking in, 2-on-1, looking to tee it up. Shot! Riley with the right pad, kicks it away. Russo had it near the point there, sends it down low. Gabby Rothstein lost the stick in pursuit. Petit has it, marches toward the middle. Camerata read it all the way like a defensive back, just jumping into a passing lane and picked it off. Comes to the point, McNulty puts pressure. That forces the shot a little early, and Kepler knocked it away before it got on net. This one's sent down for an icing, and the Bandits get out of a little trouble. They'll regroup with a defensive zone draw. And 2:08 remaining in the second period. The deficit just 1-0. Gabby Rothstein up front with Maeve McNulty and Mandy Scott. Up the near sidewall, Venuto shifting on D with Olivia Rothstein, sent in just before the end line, and it just before the center line, and it just crosses the end line before Mandy Scott could touch it. So the icing stops play with 1:56 left in the second period. Can the Bandits find that opening that they need to tie this game? The first period was tightly contested, but the last 6 minutes or so were dominated by Rice Prep in the green. The Bandits got their sea legs and an early power play in the second, and they've played it much more evenly here in terms of the scoring chances. With a little room, Gabby Rothstein gets it, sends it forward. Mandy Scott in a foot race, has the step, doesn't have the angle. Gray had the angle, knocked it down. Centering feed, McNulty got a piece, and it looked like Proof kicked it away. Chipped up the boards on the far side with now 1:20 at the moment there, left in the period. Rice kind of moving in slow motion, and that's going to maybe cost them an icing. The puck just gets over the line. Bandits can attack now with an offensive zone draw, and 69 seconds left in the second period. Can they find that tying goal? Foglia on the dot, Sperling in the slot, Camerata on the near side wall. Venuto cheats all the way up to the top of the circle. Off the draw though, Sunshine Clark wins it, and the Knights will try to break out, and they get it out of the zone. Clark gets it back. Now for Kittle up the left wing. Venuto just poked it right away. They have to wait to get on side. Camerata putting the pressure on. Clark to Kittle. Now to the far side for Quackenbush, looking for a shot. It was blocked by Shoemaker Gromick. 43 seconds left in the period. Camerata will break it out, looking for some room. Sends it a little north of Venuto, but that might act as a dump in as Venuto gets into a puck battle. That was a check. They just didn't call it, maybe because the puck was there. And at this level with the speed, sometimes at the typical level that you see the Bandits playing, that would be a call 90% of the time. That one sent off the protective netting by Camerata. They'll face it off at the center circle. At this level, this is a Tier 1 tournament, the red division of the NGHL. At this level, the speed and the depth and the skill are very high. And with that, especially with the speed, that's usually the difference where sometimes a bump will be allowed and a check not. Redmond does not get away with that one. So with 4.1 seconds left, they'll either call it for the interference or a check. When the referee puts one arm over the chest, it's a body check. When they put two arms, it's interference. So Redmond called for the body check. She stepped in and held her ground. Maybe they didn't like the follow through. So the Bandits will have 4.1 seconds to kill off. The goalie remains in for Rice. Sometimes teams with that short amount of time, off the draw, Folia wins it to herself and expires the period. So because of the 4.1 seconds on the clock, 5 seconds tick off. And the Bandits, when they commence the third period, trying to solve a 1-0 deficit, will have a minute 55 to kill off. Now, here's the wonderful thing. Because this is a Tier 1 tournament, this is something that we haven't been used to. After 2 periods, they resurface the ice. Ready to get back underway for period number 3. And if you're wondering what the delay was and you just tuned in to Breakfast with the Bandits, this is a Tier 1 tournament. And a Tier 1, that's AAA. For Tier 1 AAA, typically the Bandits are playing Tier 2 AA. Tier 1 AAA is the highest at the youth hockey level. And they are jumping into the deep water for this one. And what they do at this age group and this level is between the second and third periods, they resurface the ice. So as we get back underway, if you know somebody who was taking a break, go send them a text and say, okay, jump back on. For period number 3, Lexi Riley, number 32, protects the goal to your YouTube right. And Adeline Kloof will guard the cage to your YouTube left. Foldia with Camerata and Sperling up front. Shoemaker, Gromick, and Kepler on D for the Bandits as we are underway in the third period. The Bandits trail 1-0. Bandits with a penalty to kill off with 98 seconds left in that. They start off the period with a penalty kill. That one chipped off the boards and will go all the way down on the resurfaced ice for the icing. Defensive zone draw. Foldia will take it. Same 4 out there. Clark, Kittle, Petit up front for Rice Prep, Mast and Gray on the points. Now, one thing we were wondering about, and it was discussed between periods as the coaches came over, and you're going to see over now, the referee goes to the official scorers table. We did talk about it earlier in the game. When there are 15-minute periods, customarily we are used to seeing minute-and-a-half penalties for minors. For majors, it would be 4 minutes, and for the typical, what we call 2 and 10, it would be a minute and a half on the minor, and the misconduct would be 8 minutes. So I think we did confirmation that Bandits manager Cindy Sperling did have the rules and did give a rule sheet to Coach Grace Potash and assistant coach Amanda Linklater, discussing now. I mean, they've already had a few penalties in the game. They've all been of the 2-minute variety. They've ticked off 31 seconds of this power play so far, as the referee discusses it with the Rice Prep head coach or coaching staff. And let's see if there's, I'm not sure if there's some kind of mutual agreement in place here where they say, I mean, there's no way for us to really figure it out. .14:33 left, period number 3. Bandits trail 1-0. They are killing off a penalty, but there is discussion at the moment about how much time should be on that penalty. It does still say a minute 29 on the penalty clock for the penalty to Kira Redmond. Rice Prep now with it, sending it to Mass between the points, hounded by Foldia, sends it to Petit. Petit cross the top of the slot for Gray. Gray has a lot of room there, uses every bit of it nearly, sends it down low for Kittle. Kittle to Petit, centering feed. Camerata smacked it away, but Gray was way down low. They play like a 1-3-1 here on the power play, so 3 in the middle, now 2 down low. Wrist shot, Riley saved with the shoulder, shrugged it away enough 52 seconds left in the penalty. Centering feed, and they whistle something down. Is it going to be a penalty? They called it offside. Oh, in the crease, okay. So contact in the crease, not a penalty for goaltender interference, but if there's incidental interference and possession by the offensive team, they'll blow the whistle and just move the face-off outside the zone. So there's no advantage, and the goalie is not prone or trying to recover if another scoring chance materializes. So Bandits with 35 seconds left to kill off. Rizzo tees it up, fired it wide, whistled it wide, sends it between the points. Rocher sends it down low for Kittle. Now for Wagner, picked off, smacked away. Somebody got a piece. They call icing there. It looked like it sounded, I should say. It didn't look, but it sounded like it might have hit off of one of the Rice Prep players. Rice Prep Knights from South Burlington, Vermont. Snazzy uniforms, somewhat like Dartmouth College, which is in New Hampshire, not Vermont. Hand pass called on Rice. That should take the face-off out of the zone, and with 7 seconds left on the power play, the Bandits haven't quite killed it off, but that helps. Gabby Rothstein up front with Mandy Scott. Olivia Rothstein, who sent it away with Fernanda Venuto on the back line. Redmond will jump off and onto the bench. Maeve McNulty will jump on. The Bandits have killed off the penalty. Now they have 13 minutes to figure out how to knock away a 1-0 deficit. Rocher gets in, shot, saved with the blocker by Riley, and it goes to the far side. Scott tried to pick it off. Somebody's down low alone, but Olivia Rothstein is behind, and they are going to blow the whistle for what looks like a tripping call, and I believe it is going against who? Olivia Rothstein whistled for the trip. So the Bandits shorthanded once again. Scott with Gabby Rothstein up front. Shoemaker, Gromick, and Kepler on D. So they put the 2 minutes on the clock for the penalty. It's supposed to be 1.5 minutes, but they played 2. Petit shot, was looking for the redirection. Mast to Petit, top of the circle, looking through the middle. Mast between the points. Wrist shot, save Riley. I think she got the stick on it. Petit picks it up. Clark, shot, score. It was just a matter of time. They organized so well on that power play and had the Bandit penalty killers running just a little too much. And that shot goes over the stick side of Lexi Riley. And Sunshine Clark brightens the outlook for Rice and makes it a little more cloudy skies for the Bandits. They trail 2-0 now with 12:27 left in the game. So back-to-back power plays don't help the cause for the team in the dark pink with the gold helmets. Let's see if they can find a rally here. Redmond over to Shoemaker Gromick off the near side wing to Sperling for Camerata. Got it chipped away. Kittle picks it up, dumps it in with the backhand off the end board. Shoemaker Gromick the first there to pick it up as Rice tries for a change. Picked off by Rocher. Tries to get through the middle. Gets there. Shot. Save Riley. Rebound swept away. Another rebound. 2 saves. 3 saves in the sequence. Riley keeps it close. 11:50 now left in the third period. And it's still 2-0. Bethany Nelson thought she had her second of the game. Lexi Riley said no. Nelson, I think, had all 3 of those close-range shots. She scored in the first period. Sent for Sperling. Sperling almost behind the D, has to curl, looking down the middle, tries to complete it to Camarada, and Nelson just takes it away. Blocked it, moves it forward, trying to get by Venuto, who got beat for a moment, then sent it away. Olivia Rothstein uses the body to shield away from the puck. Venuto picks it up. Sperling has it. Sperling off the boards, looking for Folia. Folia picks it off of Rizzo. Gets down low, wrist shot, redirected, and Plouffe with a nifty save right there. Sperling sent it forward for Folia. It bounced the right way for Julia to move in. She got down low. The angle was not that sharp from where she shot it. It looked like she was going for the stick side. It redirected, went to the glove side. And Adeline Plouffe threw up the glove there and made a really nice save. Off the draw, it is Otterbein with Rizzo and Bellin. Venuto picks it up, leaves it for Bellin, tries to get it down low. Venuto jumped in to pick it up. Venuto down low, backhand, tried to get it toward the middle. Otterbein was at the back door. Comes up through neutralized. Rizzo back at safety as Venuto was in pursuit. Came toward Bellin. She got it into the zone, but there's a lot of traffic there. There's a battle over there. Rizzo gets tripped up, and they're going to go on the power play. So Rizzo draws the penalty, and the Bandits will have another power play here. Trailing 2-0. This, you don't like to say this is it with 10:37 left in the game, but if you're ever going to get back into the game, you're just not going to get a better opportunity probably than the one you have now. 10:37 left. The penalties are, I guess they're just going to play 2-minute penalties for the entirety of this game, but by the rule, it's supposed to be a minute and a half. Off the draw. Folia got it toward the near side wall. Gabby Rothstein was over there battling for it, along with Sperling, who's at the point. Sperling steps in from the point, nearly got a friendly redirection from Gray. Bandits will set it up. Sperling between the points, dumps it down low off the boards. Gabby Rothstein shot! Big save, it's loose! They don't blow the whistle! And it stays out of the net. It was caught in Plouffe's left pad. She can't get it out. Boy, if you're the Bandits on that one, you just hope that the goaltender backs into the net, a la, I think it was Mike Smith a few years ago. He saved the puck, didn't realize it was caught into his equipment, didn't know where it was, backed himself all the way into the net and yielded a goal for it. Bandits don't get that break, but they have another offensive zone draw. Shoemaker Gromick from the point, down low. Camarada leaves it for Folia. Sharp angle shot from a wide side, goes wide. Sperling between the points, has room, tees it up, shot, save in front. Camarada denied on the rebound. Gabby Rothstein with it, marches to the dot, has room, but the room disappears and the shot goes off a player. Camarada picks it up, tees it up, can't get the shot through traffic. Looking between the points, Shoemaker Gromick now for Folia. A minute left on the power play. Bandits attacking. Plouffe with the save, covers the rebound before Gabby Rothstein could get there. Can the Bandits get that zero off the board? The Hall of Fame football coach. You remember him mainly as the Giants coach, Bill Parcells. The first order of business, get the zero off the board. Then you can worry about winning the game, tying the game. Shoemaker Gromick to Sperling. Didn't connect crisply, but they keep possession. Shot by Folia. They took away the low side by a sliding player. Sometimes you could take advantage of that. If you know that they're going to slide, you make like you're going to take a one-timer, and then you just skate right around them and get an even better shot. 30 seconds on the power play. Bandits moving it well. Backhand, Rothstein sticked away by Plouffe. Picked up by Camarada. They're letting her go at the net. Shot went off the side of the net. She had a little room there next to the head of the goalie. Rice sends it up the middle. They're going to get this maybe out of the zone. And they finally do. A great attack. Rocher is going to get it into the offensive zone and now keep it there as the penalty expires. So the Bandits attack well, but they don't solve Plouffe. 8:33 left to figure out this deficit. Shoemaker Gromick off the boards on the far side. Kept in nicely, but knocked away and brought out of the zone. Camarada has it, but this group way at the end of the shift. They were out there for the entirety of the power play, and they get some much needed rest now. McNulty, Otterbein, and Scott, the crew that are handling this shift. Each one of higher importance. McNulty has it at center ice, will try to dump it in and does. She will pursue it herself as we tick below 8 minutes, and the deficit is 2-0 for the Bandits, who have put the pressure on. They yielded one in the first and one here on the power play in the third. They nearly got one back by Camarada in the third. Wrist shot, Plouffe save, no rebound. McNulty was there, but there was a lot of other traffic in front. Morris and Penny were there. Gabby Rothstein on the dot with Claus on the right wing and Rizzo on the left. Olivia Rothstein at the left point and Morgan Kepler on the right. Bandits have it in the zone for a moment. It comes out. They clear the zone. Rothstein gets it in, but Clark knocks it away from her. Sent up the middle. This is going to be an icing, and they'll get another offensive zone draw. Time left, 7:17. They will change it up and put Foldia with Camarada on the far side and Sperling in the slot. At the right point, Redmond, Venuto between the points. Can they find a goal to get back into this one? Off the draw, Mast picks it up, Foldia picks it off. Foldia looking for room, takes a shot, Plouffe kicked it away. She has been busier here in the third, even than she was in the second. We only saw one shot in the first, but the Bandits have really found their sea legs, and they've played very well. Foldia gets that one blocked away. Wallace sends it out for Quackenbush, gains the line of center and out of the offensive zone. Quackenbush sends it to the middle, down behind the end line for Clark. Clark looking for somebody, has Totino. Totino goes between the points. Camarada had ideas, tried to get that one away. Knocked Mast off of the puck, but Mast got there first. Off the boards on the far side. Camarada lost an edge there. You could see there was a rut in it. Well, you can't see it. I could see it. There's a rut in the ice right where her left skate was. Shot into the breadbasket by Riley, and she covers up. 6:19 remaining now. Olivia Rothstein, Mandy Scott, and Maeve McNulty up front. Kepler and Shoemaker Gromick on the back line off the end boards. Shoemaker Gromick sends it back around. Rocher is there. Just nifties it off the boards. Give and go, sent in front. They marked Rocher. One-timer whistled wide. Riley might have gotten a piece of it with the heel of the catching glove. Sent down low. Gabby Rothstein picks it up, looking for room, chips it forward, had a little traffic there. Getting in was Lauren Wagner. Picked up by Gabby Rothstein, harder on the boards. Kepler with a nice play to shield it out. McNulty has a chance for a break. Gray is back. McNulty just has to dump it. Gray played it perfectly, but McNulty picked it off, centered it in front. Gabby Rothstein chips it just wide with the backhand. Centering feed, Gabby was looking for it between the hash marks, and the Bandits nearly got on the board. Now trying to take some chances. Petit picks it up, has Nelson in the middle. Shot was blocked by Kepler. Comes to Nelson. She can't settle it. Nelson picks it up, walks right at the net. Big save by Riley. She got the right shoulder on it. Shoemaker Gromick's going to pick it up. She has Rizzo with her. Dumps it in, peels off. Rizzo the one in pursuit. One on a few. Sent up the middle. Knocked down by Shoemaker Gromick. Well, rather by Venuto. Pursuing up high. Bandits trying to force the turnover. Here comes Venuto. She has the defense on its heels. Venuto's going to get in. Tripped up. Where's the call? Venuto's tripped up. It should be a penalty shot. They don't even make a call. Agreed egregious miss. What are they looking at? Oh my goodness, that was clear as day. I mean, that should be a penalty shot. She was clear in. Shot goes in. What a horrendous break for the Bandits. The hockey gods just looked at them and said, not today. I mean, you can't say it should be 2-1. But on the goal, Ashley Morris basically seals it here with 4:10 left. 3-0 for Rice. I mean, everybody on both sides here looking at it. The Bandit crew just in stunned disbelief. I mean, Venuto's coming in. She's 1-0. Rizzo was on her left, even if Venuto lost it. And just clearly gets the skates taken out. And just no call. Foldia comes down. Bandits are not going to throw in the towel here. It's 3-0. Breakfast with the stale eggs from the hotel. I didn't even try the coffee there, but the taste not so good right now. You play so hard, you work for those breaks, you draw the penalties, and sometimes it doesn't go your way. And now they're going to call a penalty on that one. It was much less of an infraction, and the Bandits will get the power play eventually. Maybe that's just a makeup call. Now that the Rice side is egregious about that, and they're totally right. Like, it looked like, if anything, it was a penalty. If it looked like anything, it was a penalty on the Bandits, and they call it on Rice. It's clearly a makeup call. And the Rice side's saying, are you kidding me? But I mean, they just got a way bigger break. I mean, instead of Venuto coming in on a penalty shot, I mean, so listen, the refs are just a bunch of guys out here trying to make another buck, and this is not the NHL, folks. I mean, this is still U19 Tier 1 girls hockey. I mean, this is, Rob Schick is not out there, and Terry Gregson. So let's lay off the refs if they're not having such a great breakfast either. They want to get it right. And in a couple of cases, it looks like they haven't. That's just hockey. And if you look at it and you want to say one break for, one break against, if you're keeping the big breaks there, I guess it's even. Look, at this point, is it going to affect the outcome of the game? That would be a stretch. So I'm not one to pile on the refs. They're just trying to do their job. And sometimes the announcer gets a little too vociferous with his partiality toward the team with the dark pink beautiful jerseys that I love so much, and the gold helmets, which admittedly have grown on me. Bandits will attack here now for 1:20 on the power play, but 2:42 in the game. Camarada with it, sends it to Shoemaker Gromick at the point. Shoemaker Gromick lets everybody get set up, goes to Camarada at the dot, redirection in front. Folia was there, but was hounded by a couple of good defenders, making textbook plays to thwart her efforts. Gabby Rothstein for Camarada, now leaves it for Sperling. Jesse gets in, sends it for Gabby Rothstein back to Camarada. Camarada tees it up, makes somebody pay the price. Ouch. Totino, looked like she caught that one. Wrist shot. Oh, Totino caught another one. Hopefully that one's in the padding. The first one looked like it wasn't. And Totino just skates through it like a champ. Picks it up. Camarada tries to shield her off of it. Now 29 seconds on the power play, 1:50 in the game. Redirected in front. Camarada got creamed like a wide receiver after the ball flies over her head. And the defender comes in and follows through. Wrist shot, blocked away. They're going to try to get Wagner out of there. Lauren Wagner has it. Sperling takes it away. Sperling's 1-on-3. Now has Camarada with her. Bandits still trying to set up with 90 seconds left. Wrist shot. Who's in front? Backhand. Nearly had it in. Camarada. Hoof up to the task. Kittle jumps out of the box. She was the one that was penalized for the call that nobody liked. Well, the Bandits might have liked it. but even the Bandit side was like, wow, where was that penalty? They will try to set up now. Rizzo blocked away with the blocker by Riley, sent forward, and it's still trying to muster what they can with 54 seconds left. They're not going to end up in the win column here or with a tie, but they sure would love to get one in on Plouffe before it's all said and done. They make what appears to be one final change. Caught out there with 4 skaters, and now the 5th jumps on. It's Otterbein, McNulty, and Scott. Banged along the end boards now with 30 seconds. 3-0 is the score in favor of Rice Prep from Vermont. Here's a potential breakout. McNulty's going to get the pass. Didn't quite have the break as Gray got all the way back. 19 seconds left. Scott is going to jump off, and let's see who jumps on. Folia jumps on. Venuto, wrist shot kicked away by McNulty. Folia coming off the bench, fires one down, and it goes off the netting. So with 6.8 seconds left in the game, the Bandits will get one final shot at it. As the chatter below us is the Junior Flyers getting set for their contest right after this. Clark is going to go in for interference, so the Bandits will have one final shot at it, and they'll do it 5-on-4, but just 6.8 seconds left to see if they can score and ruin the clean sheet for Plouffe. Folia on the dot. Mast and Otterbein will battle for it in the feet and the skates. Folia over there. That's going to run out the clock. Still trying to dig it out was Otterbein, and the final goes into the books. Bandits fall in the first game of the day, and their first chance in the NGHL MLK Winter Classic from Revolution Ice Gardens here in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, north of Philly. I think I said at the opening that we were in Horsham, but I think it's Willow Grove. You see it listed as a few different places.
31-19.
Final shots, 31-19 in favor of Rice Prep. So a formidable second and third period effort from the Bandits, although they were outscored 2-0 in the third. They did come up with 18 of their 19 shots in the final 2 periods. So there's something to be said for that. Maybe just needed their sea legs a little bit after one period, although they did play it tight. They didn't yield much defensively. And they end up falling 3-0. They're back in action in the afternoon. I believe a start in the 2:30 or 2:40 time frame. I think 2:45. And we will bring that to you here. We are at Revolution Ice Gardens. This is the first of 5 over the weekend. 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. And the Mites level 7:15 a.m. starting time on Monday, at least as scheduled. And the opponent for the second game on Saturday and right now scheduled for the early game on Monday is the Arizona Kachinas. So we will be bringing you the Bandits against the Kachinas this afternoon. If you're watching live or if you're watching on demand, just go check back and see when you might find that game. Thanks to Kevin Camerata, our statistician, for handling the shots, and our producer Matt Claus for all the production work, including the scoreboard that you see, the score bug on the top left of your screen. Once again, the final score from Revolution Ice Gardens. Bandits fall to Rice Prep from South Burlington, Vermont. 3-0 in the Tier 1 Red Division of the NGHL MLK Winter Classic. This is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching New Jersey Bandits Girls Hockey on Rizzo Vision.